still a little bit too agitated, I don't want to take her just yet. Okay? So I'm not saying much, I'm not telling her to settle, I'm just keeping the line real short. And letting her do the rest. While I'm very calm, I'm not going down with her, I'm not having a meltdown with her, not joining in the anxiety. Just going to wake her out just a tad, because essentially what we're doing, if I carry on with the dog being this anxious, I don't want her jumping up on me either, but if I carry on and go ahead and go upstairs to our destination with the dog this anxious, she's not only going to take this anxiety with her, but she's also going to ramp up. Her anxiety will just build up and just get worse because I've not settled her enough before leaving. Sometimes I help them with a little bit of food, but I want this dog to work her mind a little bit. I don't want to really help her or work her, or I don't want to say bribe, but I don't really want to help her with food either. I just want her to think about what we need to do. She's a mini Aussie, she's super smart. I know they can figure it out. So when she stops to try to move me, okay, or she stops moving herself, is when we will be ready to proceed. So I already feel she's a little bit lighter in my hands, a little bit lighter to the touch, a little bit less insistent on going. I don't want her sitting necessarily, but I don't like her forging ahead either. So already you can see she's just a little more settled. Got Cassie here. Hi, Cassie. Now remember, we have a camera person here, so this is a change of environment. I want to keep pulling on the line, so I'll use my arms to adjust her body a little bit. Now, I don't want to say good girl, I don't want to say any of those words, right? Even if she tries to sit and she looks politely waiting, you can tell she's not, you know. So this is one of the reasons why dogs continue to be anxious, is that we do things with them when they're anxious. We don't let them settle enough before we carry on with whatever it is on our schedule. This anxiety is working its way out of her right now. She's thinking. So obviously we're not going to go anywhere like this. But let her bark it out, that's fine. I don't have a problem with barking. People get bothered by a dog barking. To me, that's just the dog expressing. Trying to forge ahead. We need to do that. What the heck? Good. So by me relaxing like this, I'm showing her I'm prepared to just hang out here. I don't care how long this takes. I'm prepared to hang out. You can see how much defiance there is in this dog. No, I don't want to settle. No, I want to keep moving. No, I want to keep going. No, I want to decide when we go, how we go, and when we do it. And allowing these kinds of decisions to be made with a dog that is this anxious does not help their anxiety, contrary to some of the belief that is out there that if you give the dog more freedom and agency when they're this anxious, that's going to help them. The opposite is true. The opposite is true. somebody is very difficult for the dog. I know from her own how challenging it is for her to just ground calmly. This alone is an exercise. This alone is a challenge for the dog. I want us to go, absolutely, but it can't be about me and my pace. And this jumping up is not affectionate. It's pushy. You know, this is a herding breed, a very intense herding breed. People tend to underestimate that. They think that because it is a mini herding. Cassie was just commenting right now. It's taking her longer. Cassie is here. For sure. For sure. That's enough. That's enough. Hey, hey. That's enough. This is how difficult it is for this dog. Hang out next to a person. You got 10 years of damage, of mistrust, a high-intensity dog that's been rehomed multiple times. All I'm asking her is to sit quietly next to me, and she cannot do that. That is the extent of the damage. Looks like we're going to be here a while. Where's your cell phone when you need it? Control or be controlled. That is the nature of a herding breed. Now I'm putting her in a sit because even this little amount of movement that I've been allowing so far is ramping her up instead of helping her settle. That is the degree of decision making that should be allowed for a dog this anxious. So this is better. This is already a little bit better. Just by me restricting movement. There's something I talk a lot about with my herding breed clients. You want to control emotion, control motion. Don't let the dog just gallivant or make even the slightest of decisions when they are a herding breed that is this anxious. And I see a lot of them in my practice. Still trying, pulling all the stops. And let her. You know, you gotta respect this level of tenacity. When they're spicy like that and anxious, you know they're covering gold. You just gotta peel off those layers. See, even keeping a sit is hard for her. No, I gotta get up. You want me to sit? No, I don't want to sit. I want to get up. This is the challenge of this exercise. In my book, The Way of Life Method, I describe it. As you can see, applying it with an anxious animal is a whole other ballgame. Come on. That's over. This is a bit more cooperative, definitely. And Rome was not built in a day, you guys. So I'm not going to expect her to be totally zen at my feet right now with Cassie here, okay? So I'm going to help her with a little bit of food because these dogs, until they can start to think for themselves, I got to help them a little bit. But she's done a lot of the thinking herself already so far. And I'm keeping my fist closed because I want a little bit less exuberance. I know she's got exuberance. I don't need more exuberance. Right now I need a bit of settle. Good job. Nice job. Yeah. Here's another thing you gotta keep in mind, you guys. When you got a dog this anxious, you better be level. You better be calm. You cannot join in the meltdown. You cannot let it affect you. You can't start thinking sad thoughts about this dog or feeling sorry for her. This one is a lucky dog to have been rehomed responsibly, to have been adopted to someone responsible, and to be handled now by a trainer who's not just thinking that this is just a matter of teaching sits and stays. This is a matter of also letting the dog come around to their own anxiety. Okay? So, I'm going to try to end this on a good note because we've been here long enough. I'm going to wait for a little bit more attention. Reasonable attention, just like that. And I'm going to reward her. Puppy. Alright, you guys, so now we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing a mind me at the door. Now remember, if you got anxiety, in all likelihood you're going to have concerns around thresholds. I'm going to move her a little bit away from the door because I don't like her head glued at the door like that. So anyhow, I don't ask for commands necessarily here. I just want the dog to gather themselves, okay? And she just did. All right? Good job. I'm going to start playing with the door. Now here's the thing. Open door does not mean you fly out. So you can see I'm doing a lot of placing of the dog, a lot of moving of the dog, not using commands, not saying get out, back off, sit, wait. There's going to be a time for that. All right, and you can see already that she's been conditioned to that stuff so much that as soon as she heard the word, she sat. Okay, that's good. Of course, we want the dogs to know their commands, but we also want them to think. That is more important. Okay? So this is decent. I'm going to try to see what I have if I got a looser line. Again, placing. Try not to pull, trying to place instead. Let her take it all in. I'm just going to wait for that check-in. A little too far for my taste. Ah, good. You're excellent. You're so bloody good. Nice, good dog. So sometimes, you guys, to take away the anxiety around going in and out of places, I do quite a few exercises here right at the threshold. So you can see that hanging out right here is difficult for the mitts. Having a hard time with it. Okay? So I'm going to move a little closer here. And I just want us to hang out. And if she's a bit less concerned about what's going outside and more concerned with what I have to offer, she will get something fabulous. Yeah. Good job. Oh, that was good. Because she thought, do I go outside? Do I forage? Maybe not. The beauty of a thinking dog. Excellent. All right, Cassie, so this is good. We're going to step out on that note. Go for a walk with Miss Skylar here. We're out for a walk. And as you saw, we had a grounding moment outside of the crate. We had another grounding moment right here at the door. And now we're here in my driveway about to go for a walk around the block. Cassie's going to be filming us. And you will see that the idea of taking an anxious dog on a walk like that, the idea is not to go far. The idea is not to exhaust the dog, but the idea is to give the dog a nice, stimulating, sniffy walk if they so choose on a long line. I will not be using any commands or obedience exercises, but I will try to play with her a little bit on the line. We won't be going far, like I said, and we'll see what we have. She's been decompressing with me for a few days now, and this is the first time that we are leaving the property. It's been in the yard primarily these last few days. Okay? Good job. All right. Off we go, Skylar. They're happy to be out and about. Just going to get her on the grass. I want her to engage her nose, and she is, so that's great. She's still scoping her surroundings, a little concerned. So if that's happening, we're just going to carry on and move. If I feel I'm getting a bit of pulling and a little bit of foraging, I'll just pause. Encourage her to sniff a spot. Yeah, good girl. Carry on. And at this time, really, my concern is not whether she's walking next to me or not. That does not concern me right now. I just want her to have a good time. And she looks, as you can see, a little anxious. So I'm just going to pause a little bit and not carry on any further, but just stop and give her a chance to sniff. Anything interesting here? Hey, Skylar? That's a good girl. Okay, then maybe we can work with some treats here a little bit. I'm going to use that spot over there. Ready, Skylar? What's that? What's that? You ready? Oh, good girl. Where's it? Where's it? Ready? Good dog. Ready? Appa. Good. So even though she is a little bit anxious to be out, she's still somewhat responsive. Not bad. I'm going to walk to the end of the road, the end of the sidewalk rather, the end of the block. Good girl. And I'm going to walk back. And we're going to do this a couple of times. So she's sort of carrying on in her own world, right? Just scoping the environment, oblivious to the person she's with. That's all right, that'll come. That's why I'm just walking up and down the sidewalk, telling her there's nothing new. We're not going any further. She forges, I head back. We're just going to do this a few times. and I will bet she'll settle a little bit more. Ready, Skylar? Good dog. So now I'm going to start asking more. And I'm going to start to turn as soon as I feel she's foraging. Come on. Good. Might even help her with a little bit of food. Let's see. Tyler. What's this? Good. Do this enough times, and the dog will wonder, okay, what the hell? And they'll start looking at you a bit more than checking out the environment that we've walked up and down a few times already. Good girl. This way. Come on. This would be your equivalent of the this way exercise. This way. Good. Nice job. Yeah. So good. That's what I mean, man. Good dog. Scoping, scoping. Looking for things to react to. There's nothing. Good girl. That's good. I'll take that. Come on. Hardly getting any looks from this dog. That's okay. It'll come. Ready, puppy? Good girl. Nice. Oh, good job. Wow, I'm honored. Can you walk? Can you eat this while walking? Can you multitask? Oh, good. Excellent. Excellent. Let's see if I'll get some attention. That's where you need your food drive to be so sharp, you know what I mean? Good. Nice. Let's do a treat toss. Here, Skylar. Good girl. All right. So I'm going to try some treat tosses with her, get her focused a little bit more. Because by herself, it doesn't look like she's going to come around for me right this session. Ready? Skylar. Good girl. Puppy. Come on. Okay, now we're going to have a moment of reactivity now. Come here. Come here. Oh, that's good. Just waiting for it to settle down a little bit from having seen this dog. She's quite anxious to be outside. Good. So I'm just going to walk her home, try some exercises in the driveway, and then try to walk out again with her. Okay? Very good. So what I'm doing now is that I'm just stopping, trying a different tactic, see if she'll think about coming right back. Tyler, come on. Good. Ready? Good dog. Nice job. Good. Good work. Try to stop before you think that the line is going to go tight. Give the dog a moment. You can even take a few steps to help the dog loosen up the line. Make it their responsibility almost. Here, Skylar. Good dog. Yeah. Oh, so good. Oh, wonderful. Yeah, that's Cassie there. Not your concern. Good girl. Ooh, fabulous. Skylar. Don't worry about the rest. Everything is a concern. Scoping, scoping. What could be coming out of this space that could be such cause for concern? Good. Let's fix that ear of yours. Good. Loosening the line. Stop. Let the dog think about coming back. Good girl. Yeah, good. Wow. I got a second of eye contact. That's super. So we are just going to sit here a little bit and get this dog a bit of grounding right here in front of my house. Simply doing this is good. Okay? Simply doing this I call socialization. All right? Dog's just looking at the world from a safe location. So you can see again, I want to move, I want to go, I want to do what I want. That is the privilege of a mature and integrated dog, which is not where we're at right now, Skylar, I'm afraid. I got these. What are you going to do for these? Hey? Excellent. Good. Yeah. You got to give you something? Got to give you something to do? Wonderful. Good. Yeah. Super. Oh, well, that is great. That is great. Can we, oh, nice. Nice. Can we just hang out here and get some treats? Don't worry about what's going on out there. You're on your break. You're off the job. So Cassie's come real close here. So Skylar is a little bit bothered by that. That's okay. Good. Excellent. I'm going to put one right here. See if she'll... I doubt very much she'll lie down, but we can try. Did you lie down? I'm not going to ask her or force her. She's doing great for where we are in the process. Let's not forget that. Let's celebrate our wins, however small they might appear. So what I really would like for this dog is that if she knows the human's got a bunch of treats in their hands, that nothing is important. Nothing is important. Good. That's what I mean. Good girl. I even want to be nudged a little bit. Give me the food that's in your hand. Give me the food that's in your hand. That's great. That's showing me a dog willing to ignore things. Got a truck passing. Let's see if she'll recover and ask for the treats again. That would be terrific if she does. Again, remember the importance of placing. Instead of asking the dog back off or move or go here or go there, I'm the one making it happen. Okay? At this stage, I'm the one making it physically happen. And I don't call it force, I call it handling. All right? Good. Got some cars zipping by. See if I can help her a little bit. Sky, what's this? You know I got these. Did you want some? So what we're going to do, Cassie, is that this is pretty good for our first outing off property. And we're going to go inside and do some mat time. All right, so I'm back home now with Skylar after a quick walk around the block. And you can see she's already forged at the door, her nose stuck at the door. Open this thing, she says. Well, we want good manners at doors. We want good manners at gates, entryways, thresholds. They're hugely meaningful for dogs, so it's important that I teach a certain level of calmness. I want this to be a non-issue. I want for the dog that it's a non-event if we're going in and out of places, that they're stable in, they're stable on the way out, they're stable on the way in, okay? Good. So I'm just going to keep her away from the door, help her a little bit understand what is it that I want. Again, lots of handling and placing instead of asking. We're not at a stage with a dog this anxious where I can ask. And if I keep on asking, and if I keep on relying on obedience and saying sit or wait or stay or whatever, again, I'm not giving the dog the chance to think about what I want in this situation. Okay, and what I want is for her to get a hold of herself. Again, remember, whatever anxiety she's got here, if I don't settle it a bit at the entrance, we're going to take it with us, and it's going to increase as we go into another space. Okay? So I'm just going to do what we did earlier, open the door, handle. Again, you can see how the idea of another space is enough to cause, you know, this mild agitation that we're seeing here. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do here? Okay, you just wait and settle. That's what you do. Yeah, hello. Good. Would be great if I got another look before we went in. That would be super, Skylar. Again, movement. Wanting to move, wanting to move. Hey, hey. Nothing out there. Skylar. Nothing out there. Good. Maybe I gotta do this, actually. Put my body in between her and the world. We're looking this way because we're going inside. You don't need to look beyond the driveway. Good. That's nice. Good. Yeah, nice job. I'm going to take that as a win. This is perfect. This is perfect. Come on, sweetheart. Good. All right, everybody. So I've got Skylar out here in solo time. She's a little bit more anxious than I like to be able to bring her indoors, but that's because we've been working with her all morning. So it's ideally she would be a bit more settled, but the fact that she just walked off to get a drink is very good. So I'm going to grab her and put her in my office for a little bit of mat time. Okay? What happens when you put dogs outside for solo is that they now want to be with you a bit more. Okay? I'm going to wipe this. And as soon as they hear you open the door, they're coming in. So those are the beginnings of your recall of your dog coming to you. Okay? Good. All right, so now I'm going to just actually carry her into the office. Remember, again, the idea of placing dogs. I'm going to grab this baby gate, because the idea is to block off the dog in a smaller space that they can wrap their heads around, right? So instead of giving them the whole house for them to figure out, I'm just giving them a small space that they can learn to adjust to. I've got the dog on a line still. I got the mat, the dog's bed. This is her bed from home with a couple of her toys. The shake off is good. Got to make sure I got water. That we got everything here. I might even sprinkle a couple of treats to get her encouraged to go onto her bed. Here's a crate she might choose to go in. And essentially what we do at mat time is that we let the dog figure it out for themselves within the small space. What is it that they should be doing? Ideally what they should be doing is finding their way to the mat. Okay, so I'm going to sit and get some work done while Miss Skylar here figures out what to do with herself. I'm not looking for her to be sent out. This is only the first time. She's got lots of smells to investigate, lots of things to check out. My job is to ignore her primarily and do something else. Let her figure it out on her own. Super. Okay. Meanwhile, I'm keeping busy doing my own thing. But of course, I've got an eye on the dog. Evidently, I can tell, I can see what the dog is doing, paying attention. So I don't like them hanging out by the borders and boundaries. So I don't necessarily want her coming to me and paying attention to me. I just want her off the fence, off the barrier, off what I call in the book, what is called in the book, the territorial line. Okay, a little bit of drinking here. Super. That's great. Again, calling her off from the boundary. Here she is paying attention, waiting for cues from me. Hi. Because this is not too bad. I'm going to help her a little bit and tell her she doesn't need to be next to me, but if she were on her mat, that would be super.
You're a good girl. You can go on now. So this is a dog that got used to, being told, go lie down or whatever. You can see how her head tilted when she heard me say that. Meanwhile, I want her to exercise her own best judgment. And that can be a little frustrating sometimes for people who want quick solutions. But the quick solutions are what's gotten us into so much trouble. Well, isn't this wonderful? This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is the mat time exercise, you guys, in a nutshell. You block off the space. You provide a mat. Whether or not the dog uses it is irrelevant. They've got it there. I sprinkled some food. Her toys are available, and I didn't say anything. I said, go on now. I'm not sure if she knows what that is, but I think she got the vibe. Is that she doesn't need to be around, performing, pleasing, pulling, obedience commands, showing me just how many words she knows. I'm not asking for any of that. I just want the dog settled. This is just wonderful. So normally I would end it right there. But I do want to give her a moment of just settling in like that before I return her to her crate, because she has done super. I'm very pleased. All right, everybody. So Skylar's just done an excellent job with the mat time exercise. She was able to settle. She laid down right near her bed, and I think this is a very good time to be ending it and putting her away with her meal. She's usually used to breakfast, but I don't like working dogs on a full stomach. Good. So she has not had her breakfast yet. So this is more like brunch, right, Skylar? Very good. And so I'm going to take her to her crate. But as you can see, I want her to show me that she knows the way down. She doesn't live here. She's boarding here. But because we've been on a strict routine the last several days, she's getting a better idea of, okay, where's the crate? What do I need to do to get my meal? So we will show Skylar walking down and me not saying anything. Again, giving the dog the chance to think and be like, okay, what do I need to do to get the food? Which way is the crate? Let me think, right? Might not seem like a lot, but those are big opportunities for the dog to think and undo the effects of so much conditioning and the effects of anxiety, which by definition do not help a dog think clearly. All right? Good job, Skylar. Sorry, honey. You ready? All right. So this excitement around her meal, I'm happy about. Okay, so now she's looking like she's going out that way. I'm going to show her that, we're going this way, but I want her to move on her own. I'm just going to gesture my body a little bit here. Skylar. Ready? Yay! Someone made their way into downstairs. And now she made her way into the crate. Come on, Skylar. Where's your food? It's unbelievable, you guys, what the presence of a foreign person does. It just goes to show when you add layers of socialization, the behavior is going to change, and so we need to adjust to those different layers of socialization. Okay, so this is great. Come on, Skylar. Sorry, honey. I just want to take that collar off. This is one of the things I do, you guys, is that I take off collars when the dogs are in crates, give that neck a bit of rest, and for safety reasons to not have any entanglements or the leash or the collar getting caught on something while the dog is inside. So this is terrific. She wasn't eating, by the way, while I was still present. So I'm very happy that she's devouring her meal with me so close. All right, great job, Skylar.